journey in cinematography started quite some time ago, and it's still continuing on. I started off in still photography and grew into cinematography. And I'm really bad on films. I sometimes have to pinch myself to think that I could end a journey like me could end up in a really great job. I love it, absolutely love it. Now, this particular time, digital technology has just changed. It's just invigorated me personally as a cinematographer because there's so much great new equipment out there. It's constantly changing. We have to keep up with the equipment. It's very enjoyable. I love it. Absolutely love it. The biggest change, of course, is the change to digital shooting, and that in itself has just been an absolute revolution. And it just keeps on going. Images keep getting better. The job of cinematography is actually made a little bit easier because the ease of getting pictures, but the actual storytelling, that is the actual construction of sequences, framing, composition, nothing changes. You still need these skills, but the technology just made it easier. You don't have to wait for 2 weeks for the film to come back from Kodak anymore. You can simply shoot and get the results back. Go back and have a look at it, and you get instant gratification. Better than that, you can actually find out where your mistakes are straight away, go back out and fix them. So for everybody, I think the whole concept of just being able to look at stuff back, look at your material back straight away, it's an absolute liberation, and it means you get a lot more sleep at night. Our biggest challenges seem to come up on every assignment. There's always something. I mean, filmmaking, in fact, being a cinematographer is a lot about solving problems every day. Every time you turn up a location, there's something that you haven't planned on. It's never quite the same as you thought it was going to be. So you're going to have to solve some problem, whether it be light, whether it be running out of light. However, some particular assignments throw up lots of challenges. I suppose some of the biggest challenges for me was operating 3D equipment on a ship, in a storm, on the back deck of a very large ship with IMAX 3D gear, just being thrown around and harnessed in and basically trying to stay alive and keep the equipment in some sort of usable form, knowing that there was nowhere else we could get equipment. When I was filming, I was doing a series for Discovery about large insects, including tarantula spiders, which are quite large. In fact, they're like a dinner plate. It was a scary moment, but it was so funny in retrospect. I was just filming with a long snorkel Frazier lens in Arizona in a set we had built in a park, and the spider was placed in the set, and it was very dimly lit. As I was filming, the spider came up very close to the lens. Keep in mind that the camera is pointing down with a long snorkel on it, like this. So I'm up here and the lens is down there. So I'm quite detached from the spider. I was actually pulling focus, and the spider passed by the lens, and I thought it had simply just walked off the set. And I just held the shot, and within a few seconds I just felt some feet stepping onto my forehead, and this large spider just occupied the whole top of my head as it walked up. It had travelled up the snorkel, up over the viewfinder, and then put its legs onto my head, crawled over the top of my head, and went down the back of my back and just sort of scarpered away. The VG10 comes along in its Handycam format. It actually looks and feels like a Handycam, but it does all the same things as the characteristics of a digital SLR. So I found what I loved about it was like just sort of pick it up and actually shoot in a documentary style and actually respond to things very, very, very quickly. Something that I find very difficult with a digital camera in its a traditional stills mode. So I really like the camera because for that reason, there's many other reasons, but that's certainly one of the main reasons. It's just an easy camera to handle. continuing on with my shooting career. I cover a lot of areas. I cover a lot of documentary work. Documentary work has been my career. I was doing 3 or 4 part series, a lot of international travel. They keep kicking along. Usually one a year, but it usually occupies me for quite some time. In between, I do a lot of instruction, teaching, running my workshops, doing individual training, corporate. I spend time at ABC, places like that, going, teaching people basically how to shoot. The thing is that so many people now want to shoot. Technology has made it so accessible. So many people